So as I'm sitting here scratching my head about how to do this project for our W200 class, I can't help thinking, I'm going into Spanish education. How can I possibly use technology in my future classroom? In my mind, my future classroom will look just like all of those I had throughout my years of school. There will be maps up all around the room, flags of every Spanish-speaking country hung on the walls, poster imitations of paintings by famous Spanish-speaking artists tacked on the bulletin boards, stacks of dictionaries, reference book texts, exercise workbooks, and important works of literature from influential authors stacked up on bookshelves. I will be the Spanish teacher that I loved, filling the minds of my students with dreams of experiencing the excitement of a foreign culture. Well, hopefully at least. Learning a foreign language is all about talking aloud, interpersonal communication, and improving accents. How can technology replace the experience of interacting with other people who can correct your mistakes and provide instant feedback? But then, how are programs like Rosetta Stone having so much success? With that program, a teacher isn't mediating the listener's advancement through the language. A little pocket-sized Spanish teacher isn't yelling at the learner every time they make a mistake. And thousands of people have successfully learned from the 31 different languages offered, including Spanish, Mandarin Chinese, French, German, and Farsi, to name a few. So how does this apply to me in a Spanish classroom? Well, I can use the tools from learning sources like Rosetta Stone to get my students interested in expanding their vocabularies by playing online games that require matching pictures to their Spanish word. A simple matching game, but any chance to use their native language, the digital tongue, will make the students feel comfortable and open to learning more information. Also, there is language pronunciation software that can actually record a student's voice and register their accent. The sound waves appear on the screen with the text that the student was saying, and in the places where they had trouble, the program shows the sound waves in red. This tells the user that they need to use a different pronunciation for that word, which can be heard spoken by a native speaker just by pressing a button. Basically, all of this means that I'm probably going to have computers for every student in my future classroom. But really, it won't be so bad. By investigating various internet sources, my students can actually see real pictures and video from the places we will study. They will be able to go on adventures in the Andes Mountains, see the Panama Canal, celebrate El Dia de los Muertos, and witness a traditional flamenco dance, all without ever setting foot outside of the classroom. My class could even partner with the school in Spain and talk to students their own age through video conferencing or Skype. Not only would they gain valuable practice in their language skills, they would also be exposed to the differences in culture between the two countries. By merely conversing with a Spanish teen, my students could understand the traditions and culture of an entirely different country and begin down the path of a lifetime of open-minded global citizenship. After thinking about the potential technology has to benefit my students, I don't feel quite as averse to using it. The room itself will still be how I pictured it at the beginning of this story, but probably with a few extra computers and high-tech projectors. The quality of my students' learning will be enhanced by our resources, since photos and landscapes can describe things that I just cannot put into words. The more I think about all the possibilities, the more and more excited I am to teach in my future classroom and interact with students who actually might be interested in what I have to say, now that the computer is on my side.